Hi all. Today I'd like to talk about me and you and Accuweight and making it happen. I had an interesting session earlier today. A gentleman who has been a patient of Accuweight loss for at least the last 8 years came in today. He said to me, "Doc, I've had it. This time I'm really going to do it." And I said, "What does that mean?" He says, "Well, the first 2 weeks I do beautifully. And then I seem to get into some kind of place where I make excuses and I cheat. And I've been with you now about 8 or 9 years. I need your help." I said, "Okay, let's get your beads on and let's talk." What I found to be very interesting is that he said this last time that he was on the program, he was doing very well, and then he had 2 business meetings. And at those business meetings, he indulged. He felt guilty, but he indulged. And when he came in for his next bead change, he had gained 2 pounds. He was very upset. "I can't go on like this. I can't do this. What's wrong with me, Doc?" Well, the problem obviously is not Accuweight loss. The problem is psychological. It's time for all of us to recognize that if we truly care about ourselves, then we have to treat ourselves as someone to be cared about. The moment some people become emotional, they fall apart. It's as though the emotion comes from a strange place over which they do not control. It's your fault if I went into your pantry and found things in your pantry that shouldn't be there because you would be tempted and you would cheat. If you go to a party, why do you have to cheat? Well, everybody else is doing it. Okay, then why are you here? Because when I'm successful, it feels good. When I'm successful, I'm in control. When I'm successful, my energy is focused and everything I do is different. And the issue is one of taking ownership of our own behavior. We can always say, "I'll do it tomorrow." We can always say the temptation was too great. The one thing that makes the difference is your being prepared and recognizing that your own personal word when you say no has never worked for you. So to say no, you're setting yourself up not to succeed. What should we do? Be prepared. One of the interesting things is the ABS protocol, admit, breathe, substitute. Think about this. When you put the sugar-free candy in your mouth, because the candy is in your mouth, you are unable to cheat unless you take the candy out of your mouth and rinse. So as long as the candy is in your mouth, you're not going to be able to cheat. Why is it so difficult? Except your own choice if you don't do it. The greatest thing these last 2 weeks has been the number of people coming into the office having lost 4.5, 5.5, 6.5 and more pounds and saying, I can't believe how good I feel and how much control I've gained. We're going to talk more about this and the emotions that we experience and how they affect our behavior. Take care.